Yo, welcome guys. Today we're going to be talking about computing. Like you all know, we have two types of computing: the traditional computing and the cloud computing, which is actually running now. So this I have some definitions here explaining the cloud computing, which delivers services over the internet, while traditional computing relies on local servers. So I pulled up some diagrams here. This gives a better view of what a traditional computing looks like in terms of architectural structure, and the cloud computing also. You can see that the traditional computing is usually localized. Let me give you a peek. So for example, you can see this is my VM hosted on my laptop. I have some servers here hosted on this laptop. So this is more of like a traditional architecture. Then a cloud, you can see it's your servers and your storage, your network, and every other infrastructure hosted on the cloud. So you need to be connected to the internet to access it. This is an example of that. Like my AWS, these are my servers here. So for me to be able to access them, I need access to the internet for me to be able to build up my cloud infrastructure properly. So going to the next image, I think this is just an image explaining or displaying the hardwares, the popular hardwares you usually find on a server. You have the RAM stick, the CPU, video card, power supply, and so on and so forth. So this is what our server looks like. This is what a data center server looks like usually. So all these are made possible, both the traditional computing and the cloud computing. All these are made possible by the virtualization architecture. So when it comes to the virtualization architecture, we have the three types: the conventional servers, which we really don't use that much anymore when it comes to real life computing. Then we have the hosted hypervisor and the bare metal. I'm going to be showing you an example of what a hosted hypervisor looks like. So currently, this is my PC, and my PC I'm currently running a Parrot OS distro on my PC, and I also have an hypervisor installed, and this hypervisor is named VMware Workstation. Now let's go back to the diagram. Now you can see my hardware first, my OS, which is Parrot OS, then my hypervisor, which is VMware. So my hypervisor, I was able to install 3 guest OSs. You can see them here. I have Ubuntu server here, I have my Windows machine here, and I also have another Ubuntu server. So let me try to spin this up so that you guys can get a better understanding of what this look like. So while it boots up, don't forget the diagram. We're still on the hosted hypervisor that actually has the hosted hardware. Then we installed Parrot OS, which is a guest OS. You can actually install any OS of your choice. It can be Windows, it can be Ubuntu, any OS of your choice. Then you install a hypervisor on top, which I did here, which is VMware. Then guest OSs. So I'm trying to run one of my guest OSs to see the kind of applications that have been installed on it. So I'm going to log in here. This is my Ubuntu server. So they're up. So I'm just going to check my web server if it's running properly. This is my web server, Apache 2. Okay, requesting for authentication. Authentication complete. So, okay, sorry, status. So you can see my web server application is running here. So going back to the architecture, so we have the hardware, the host OS, which is Parrot, my hypervisor, which is the VMware workstation. Then my guest OS, I have the Ubuntu, the Windows, the Ubuntu. Then I have applications installed on them, like I just showed you. I have one installed, the Apache Web Server. So the same thing goes for the bare metal. The only difference is that for the bare metal, you don't need a host OS to get your hypervisor installed. You install your hypervisor directly on the hardware before you are able to install the guest OS and the application on top of them. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any other questions or any other videos you'd like me to explain better, please drop it at the comment below. Thanks. Cheers.